I always say, don't mess with the Teamsters. It's not the smartest move. So Senator Mullin decided that he was going to continue with Mr. O'Brien. And Mr. O'Brien is just such a, if you've ever seen Seinfeld, you understand, O'Brien, you can open with that. So anyway, here's what happened on the floor of Congress yesterday.
Sir, I wish you was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on. Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution every
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down. Look at you. You're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond?
Hold it. If we can, no, I have the mic. I'm sorry.
This is what he said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is a hearing. And God knows the American people have enough of contempt for Congress. Let's not make it worse.
I don't like thugs and bullies.
I don't like you because you just described yourself.
Hold it. You have the mic. You have time.
All right.
Make your statement.
Then let's do this, because I did challenge you and I accepted your challenge and you went quiet.
No, I didn't go quiet. You challenged me to a cage match, acting like a 12-year-old schoolyard bully.
Excuse me. Hold it. No, excuse me.
I will say exactly.
Senator Mullin, I have the mic. You have questions on any economic issues, anything that say, go for it. We're not here to talk about physical abuse.
You brought.
We're not talking about. Of course, I did.
And let me show you his hearing, because I want to expose this thug to who he is. And
Could you not point at me? That's disrespectful.
All right.
I don't care about respecting you at all. I
don't respect you at all.
So
all right, hold it. No.
You don't want to 100 of the most elite people.
Please.
Act it.
Please. All right. This is excuse me. This is a hearing to discuss economic issues. All right. If you have questions for Mr. O'Brien or anybody else on what he has said, go for it. But we're not here to talk about fights or anything else.
No, we are not here to talk about fights. I don't think it would have been a good idea.
That was the most ridiculous display of cavemen that you know what, honestly, watching that is that is to me a prime example of why the human species is doomed if we leave all of these same people in charge. And I'm sorry to say it, it's friggin' men, man. It is friggin', and I am not saying that there are not some vile women like our congresswoman, because there are, but what a ridiculous, are you kidding me? Who's the grown-up there?
I was the grown-up. I was the one acting with the one, making sure that there wasn't a big bloodbath on the Senate floor. And unfortunately, I would have had to play referee. I had my referee shirt ready to go.
Yeah, that was Senator Mullins, right?
Senator Mullin from Oklahoma. And unfortunately,
you know what? I feel like he's acting like he does need to have an ass kicking, for sure.
Well, here's the thing about Senator Mullins. You might not know this. He actually was an MMA fighter. He actually has a record. He wasn't a winning fighter, but he took.
My money's on O'Brien.
O'Brien, unfortunately, with the Teamsters, those guys, you really don't want to mess with them. They're pretty tough.
That's what I'm saying. You start with that, and you end up buried under Shea Stadium.
I'm not going to go there. I don't know what the.
I'm just saying that the Teamsters don't mess around, man.
Well, if Senator Mullin was smart, you can understand that Mr. O'Brien definitely does come prepared, and whether it's himself or his men that will stand up for him if, for whatever reason, things really got out of hand.
But what a bunch of stupid boys. Again, can we go back to my thing about Dolly Parton being Secretary of State? If we had more people like that, what if we had more people like that in those positions? Can you imagine? You'd sit down. She'd make you some coffee. She'd probably bake you some lemon squares. You'd have a discussion. It would be lovely. I like this whole thing.
I happen to like lemon squares. Well, sounds really delicious.
Just saying that it's embarrassing to me that that's our elected representatives. That's embarrassing to me.
Look, unfortunately, the system has broken itself down. I agree. There is a reason why you have an ex-UFC fighter who I have to share a stage with and is insisting that he belongs there. Maybe I should have let him fight. What do you think? You think it would have been better if they did?
I think if you're going to do it, then put it on pay-per-view and donate the money to
That would have
something
been
good. Donate the money to like the Palestinian children's, whatever that thing is that helps the Palestinian children.
I think they definitely could. I think they definitely could draw a crowd if they decided that they wanted to promote it. I think a lot of people would like to see that. And who knows? It could probably help. But the proceeds would have to go to a very specific place. Any suggestions?
My money is definitely on O'Brien, man.
Oh, I don't know. I think Mullin, he's
I don't know.
fighter. I mean, that's pretty tough.
How many years ago? How long ago? What are we
I don't know.
talking?
You never forget how to. I mean, listen.
And it all comes down to the truth is it's all fun and games until somebody pulls out a crowbar. Like it's like you can have all the skills in the world, but the Teamsters, man, I don't know. I wouldn't mess with the Teamsters. I would think that would be a very stupid thing to do.
I thought that is exactly why I had to protect Senator Mullin. I didn't want him to end up underneath Giant Stadium or whatever stadium in New York.
I'm just saying.
It definitely wouldn't have been a smart move on his part.
But he really comes off like a child.
Yeah.
He really does. I don't understand how you work with people like this.
Well, look, I've been in there for a very long time. I'm an old timer, I've seen a lot of interesting people over the years, but I must say, Senator Mullin, he's definitely one of a kind, and I can't say that in a very endearing way. I can say that Mr. O'Brien is fighting on behalf of the labor movement. And
what state is Mullins?
I told you, he's in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
And I also don't approve of what you're doing with that smoking.
Since when?
Since I am somebody who doesn't partake. I mean, I didn't inhale.
Whatever.
I insist that everybody act in a mature, respectable manner. And
you're telling me that Jane doesn't smoke cannabis?
I'm not saying anything about my wife, and don't you make me look bad on camera.
All I'm saying is that I really thought she was like, a little bit kindred there. But whatever, I'm just saying, she looks hippie-ish to me.
Well, she's from Vermont and I'm not, so maybe that's
I'm
what
just
they want to do
saying.
up there. I started in Brooklyn. We like to
She looks like a cannabis partaker.
All I have to say is that I've given a lot of dramatic thought, and I am still not calling for a ceasefire.
People are so angry with you. People are so angry.
I should try a little bit harder to have a little.
Durbin has to come out and ask for it. Really? You let Dick take the front seat in that?
I really think that maybe it would be a good idea if they stop shooting at each other. That's it. That's what I'm going to say.
No.
I am going to tell everybody right now that I insist that the Israeli armed forces stop shooting at innocent civilians. Could that work? Can I get away with that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we have our fantasy Bernie, and then there's real Bernie, so it's kind of hard to say.
There's no fantasy here. I almost had to break up a fight, and I'm a tough guy, so that would have been a really interesting situation. But anyway, good to see you all, and remember, try not to blame me for what's going on in Gaza.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.